Hey everyone, it's Rooi, and today I'll be going on a little adventure. A little solo date, if you will. I'll be hanging out by myself, just me, maybe eat some yummy food, do a little bit of window shopping. There's a book that I want to read, so I'll be going to the bookstore to see if I can get that book. I'm excited for today because it'll be fun, and I'm also scared because it's my first time going out on my own in a very long time. Like, not counting little walks in the area, it's been a while since I've taken myself out, going to a location outside my home and spending time in that space. And the reason why it's been so long is because anxiety, which is something that I've always had. It's just a prominent part of me that I need to maintain so it doesn't get out of control. But I haven't done a great job of that in the past couple of years. And I'll probably talk a little more about this in my next video. But basically, I was very anxious during that time about my future, what I want to do with my life. And that anxiety pretty much infected how I thought about everything else, including the outside world. So I became pretty scared of going outside on my own. I also lost a lot of confidence during that time, and so it's a combination of being scared of the outside world and also not being confident in myself to be able to handle that scary outside world. And it's gone to a point where I look at myself and I'm like, girl, respectfully, with love, get it together, girl. So that's what I'm gonna be trying to do today. And the reason why I'm sharing this with y'all is because I know that I'm not alone in feeling these challenges. So maybe somebody out there who relates to these struggles might feel inspired to get the courage to conquer their anxieties as well. Or just know that you're not alone in that human experience of anxiety. I spent so long deciding on an outfit because I think just the stress of going out and doing something that I don't usually do just infected everything else I wanted to do, like choosing an outfit, and made that stressful too. So I need to call an Uber to get where I want to go, except I'm debating whether to call like a regular one or try an Uber Black, which I've never tried before, but it sounds like the cars might be better and maybe that'll make me feel better. I've taken a few Ubers with other people like in this area, and it seems like the quality is really 50-50. Like every other ride that I've had, the cars are all like messed up, and it just makes me a little nervous, honestly, because like, what are you up to in this car that it's all f***ed up? So I don't know, I'll check the prices to see if an Uber Black is even an option in my budget, and if it is, maybe I'll just take it for ease of mind, honestly. Maybe I'll be a little bit generous with myself this time around, just so I can relieve one source of anxiety out of the many that I have. All right, let's go. Quick fit check before I leave the house, and yeah, I ended up splurging on an Uber Black. Honestly, it was worth it because it made the experience much more pleasant than it usually is. First thing I did once I got to the bookstore is I went to the cafe, which was a Starbucks, and ordered some food because I was hungry. It's been a while since I ordered at a Starbucks, so I forgot like the sizes of the drinks, and also I didn't know how to keep the cap of this drink open. For some reason, it was confusing to me. The drink was yummy. I also ordered this quiche. I think this might be my first time trying a quiche. The drink from before was kind of sweet, so it overpowered my palate. It took me a few bites until the flavor kicked in, and here's when it kicked in. I was like, damn, that's kind of good. But I was also very hungry, so I don't know if the hunger just made it taste like extra good, but that quiche was real good. I enjoyed sitting at the cafe and just enjoying my food, looking out the window, seeing the view. Such a beautiful day. I was really enjoying that quiche. Just looking at the view outside and enjoying my food made me very glad that I decided to go out today. And it reminded me of what a good time it can be to just spend some time in a location outside of my house. Once I finished my food, I just went around the store before looking for my book, just admiring the knickknacks. Lots of nature themes going on. Got these cute bookmarks. Very cute. And there were planners in stock already for 2026, which is scary. Hey, look, that's me. Yeah, anxious. Yeah, they had some Studio Ghibli stuff in stock, which is super cute. I love stationery. I was very confused by this book at first, because why is it blank? I thought maybe like the ink in it is invisible, but no, it's a notebook. It's supposed to be blank. And then I spent some time finally looking for my book. I always try to look for it on my own for like too long of a time, even though I always end up having to ask an employee, which I ended up having to do again. And I found my book. There was this moment where I was just like freaking out because there was a dude that I thought looked creepy. I don't know. He was probably just people watching, but I don't know, for some reason, I was just being hyper vigilant, okay? The weather was really nice, so I was just enjoying the weather after finding my book and leaving the bookstore. Then I went to a nearby Sephora to check out some perfumes, smell some nice scents. I felt pretty awkward filming myself, not gonna lie. I was like scared that one of the employees would kick me out or call me rude, but nobody said anything. And then I took an Uber back home, a regular Uber this time, because I don't got money for a second Uber Black, y'all. I'm back. Oh, it feels so good to be back. I brought my little mic and everything to attach to my phone, but I already felt kind of awkward just secretly filming myself in public in like corners where nobody's watching. So I'm not at that level yet where I can just walk around, whip out my phone and like talk to the camera in front of everybody. One step at a time. It feels good to have gotten that done. So how do I feel? What is my review of this exposure therapy that I did today? Right now, I feel happy to be back. Feels good to be just in comfy mode again. I also feel proud of myself for doing that. I feel like I would be able to do that again. It was a little stressful, but not too scary. And there were some good moments. I'd say riding in the Uber Black was a good moment. That car was fancy. It did also cost me twice the amount that a regular Uber X would cost. So I'm glad I got the money's worth. It was a very pleasant ride. The driver was friendly, also great driver, very smooth on the turns. Very happy with that experience, which is kind of sad because I can't afford that lifestyle all the time. I think my favorite part was eating at the cafe area. That quiche, is that what it's called? Quiche? I don't know if I've ever had one before. That was good. I just love like cafe vibes. It also felt cozy because there was just like the appropriate amount of people there. Not too many people, and the few people that were there were like, they looked like students maybe. A lot of them had their laptops out and looked like they were studying or something. And so it created like a nice, quiet, cozy environment. And I just enjoyed the vibes. I think everything else, all the other parts honestly, were a little bit stressful. Having trouble finding my book. There was like this one dude at the bookstore that was kind of creeping me out. I don't know. He was just sitting there with his shifty eyes, just kind of looking at me and looking at people and not looking at books. So that was kind of weird. I was very happy that they had the book that I wanted. It's called I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. I feel like if my mom saw me reading this book, she'd misunderstand. They only had it in hardcover, which I prefer paperback. Is that weird? I don't know. Paperback is just feels kind of cozier for me. I don't know why, but I'm curious what's behind this cover. It's just a plain yellow book and it has a title on the binding, I think it's called. I think this book's been out for a while and there's also a lot of hype around this book, but I never got around to reading it because, I don't know, something about popular things just kind of turns me off from them. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I don't want popular opinion to affect my own opinion too much, but recently I came across this random YouTube video that read like a very short excerpt from the book. I think it's from this book. I hope it was, or I bought the wrong book. But it was this part about Jeanette McCurdy talking about Ariana Grande. And I felt very engaged by that excerpt in that YouTube video. So yeah, that's what inspired me to pick up a book after a long while. It's been a while since I read a book, so I'm excited. So yeah, I can't afford to take all these Uber trips all the time, so this is kind of a special occasion exposure therapy for me. Don't expect to see me doing this too often. Probably next step for me is learning how to drive and getting my license, but I'm gonna take that slow because it's still honestly low-key, high-key terrifies me. So I think we should probably take some baby steps before we get there. Gotta love anxiety. All right, well, hope you enjoyed. And if you're also working on your anxiety, we got this, girl. The dogs are barking. That's my sign to go. Bye-bye.